Okay guys, welcome back to the Forensics Detailing or Forensics Unplugged channel. I'm here with fellow guest of the channel, Lou.
Hello everyone.
Hold on, you got a grolly in your left nostril.
Taking the piss.
No, it just fell down.
Oh, sorry.
We'll leave that in, that's a bit of humour. Never do humour. Today we are driving to Petersfield because Lou, aka Itchy Car Feet owner, has got the itchy feet where after just less than a year of owning the Audi RS4, he wants to get something different. Why?
Because this thing is amazing, but it costs a fortune to maintain and it's very thirsty on fuel.
Yeah.
And with the way of the world at the moment, I think maybe I should try and get something a little bit cheaper to run. But I've really enjoyed this car. I think some of the costs are the way I am with the car in terms of if there's ever a little niggle or problem, I just go and get it sorted because I think prevention is better than cure a lot of the time.
So you keep it really nice, but it's costing a lot in fuel, and then you know there's some jobs with this car that can cost quite a lot of money. But phenomenal car, and you've experienced it now, haven't you?
Yeah.
You know the RS4, you've ticked the box. So the question is, what car should Lou get to replace the Audi RS4? Now, before you go sort of screaming Pagani Zonda, Ferrari 458 or whatever, Porsche GT3, Lou's requirement really is, as well as it being a performance car, it needs to really be an estate or possibly a hatchback. So think about that, estate or hatchback. The cost needs to be between 20 to 30,000 really, but not really. 30,000 is probably a little bit beyond budget, isn't it? But that's just a rough ballpark, 20 to 30 grand. What else are you looking for? You've got to have a certain level of performance. You don't care if it's manual or automatic,
no, not really. It's just got to be relatively quick. I think the 0 to 60 time, although that's not important, should be around that sub 6 second time.
Sub 6, yeah, closer to 5.
Or it's just got to feel like it can just hook up a nice bit of country road really quickly and just be engaging to drive and really usable as an everyday car. So before you rush off and say hatch, because we all want a hot hatch, don't we? I've got a Labrador that needs to travel in the boot. No dogs on the back seats, I'm afraid, everyone.
Is it a Labrador, yours?
Yeah, he's a black lab.
I thought it was a cross between a bulldog and a Shih Tzu. A bullshit. I'll try and get that joke in.
I've got 2 rapidly growing children. They're 9 and 5. So I need to be able to get them in the back, plus or minus the dog. And then I like a bit of mountain biking as well. Yeah. So something that's easy to load.
Easy to load up with a bike. Yeah. So what are the options then really, Lou? Today we're going to look at a Golf R estate, or 2 Golf R estates. We're also looking at a Golf R. Been talking to Lou about Golf GTIs, and Martin was saying for fresh layers, Club Sports, Club Sport or TCR, not the Club Sport S because of the stripped out kind of rear. It's not going to work for all the loading stuff that Lou was talking about. So you've got the GTIs as well, which you're open to. Club Sport could be really nice. You've got the Seat Leon, is it Cupra 300 estate, is it?
Yeah.
Which is a little bit cheaper than the Golf R estate, but similar sort of performance, same chassis, same engine, just different little field styling.
They're not actually that much cheaper when I've been looking. Yeah. They seem to be about maybe 2 or 3 grand cheaper, but I might have got that wrong, everyone.
I'm sure
I might have only had a quick look.
I don't know anything about them. If there's like a facelift one you have to go for, like with the Golfs, because Lou wants the facelifted Mark 7 Golf, which you would want.
What's that? 7.5, isn't it?
With the Pretoria alloys, preferably. And I'm saying to him, you've got to get leather, but it's hard to find them with leather.
Well, the estate, the hatches come up all the time.
Yeah.
Like Auto Trader sent me an email this morning saying 9 hatches added to your search, and then no estates. Yeah. You probably get like 1 estate come up maybe once or twice. The
estates are not as desirable, I think, as the normal hot hatch. But then there are people out there that kind of want a performance estate. So beyond the Golf R and the Seat Leon, you've got the Focus ST estate.
Or maybe a Focus RS.
That would be too hardcore though.
Yeah, and I also think that's probably going to be quite out of budget. So I'm just popping a small overtake in on this nice rural road. I don't think you can see it from there, can you? Because you've got our ugly mugs.
What else have we got? There's other performance hatches we've talked about, kind of like Honda Civic Type R.
Yeah, FK8 would come into that, I think.
Yeah, it might not have the practicality, but it's going to definitely have the performance side of it. What other hot hatches? Alfa Romeo don't do anything. Mercedes are too expensive.
Yeah, and they've got the A35, A45s. I think they have some gearbox problems.
Yeah.
But put something in the comments if you've got one or you know anything about the gearbox
experienced
issues
YouTuber there, Luke. Don't forget to comment on your thoughts on that.
Well, it's not my first cameo on this channel.
It isn't. So Mercedes probably isn't going to be right. You've got the Audi S3, which might be. I mean, the performance-wise, that could be fantastic. But price, they're probably a little bit more expensive than the V-dubs, and probably not that much more performance.
So I've driven a couple of Audi S3s, and they've never really left a lasting impression on me. They're very nice.
GTI?
I think it was GTD.
Was it?
Diesel. Yeah. When I've driven the S3s, they're very quick and they're very good at hiding their speed. But they just don't feel as kind of raw as like a Golf R, really. But you get a more premium cabin. And I'm sure there's a lot of people watching that have got Audi S3s that absolutely love them. But it's probably one of those cars that just isn't for me.
I feel the same. They're great performance, but the feel probably isn't quite there, is it? So then that leaves what other options beyond Ford? You've got like the
Hyundai i30N, is it? They do
i30N. Yeah, well, I did a review on one of those. Check that out on my channel. I'll link it up here. They're pretty good actually, though.
Yeah, they are.
They're pretty good. They've got like a strut bar in the back, like a brace, but that doesn't get in the way. But I think if you put the seats forward, it might get in the way of getting the mountain bike in there a little bit.
Yeah, I think that would be an issue. But then you could do a roof rack for the mountain bike.
Could do.
It doesn't have to go in the car. And then actually that practicality of a strut brace, you can tether the dog to it when you don't want him to get out of the boot.
It's not bad. Have a look at my video plug there. It's just down the bottom. It's a really nice car actually. The interior isn't as premium as the German cars. The paintwork on it is fantastic. And it sounds nice. It's got a really nice exhaust system, really big brakes. So that could be an option. It's a good price as well. So that's the Hyundai. What about the Kia? What's the Kia option there?
I don't think they do. They don't really do a hot hatch, do they? They do a GT Stinger. I think you can get that in an estate, which is a V6 engine. Rear wheel drive.
Nissan don't do anything.
Nope.
Toyota, you can't get the new Corolla GR over here, can you?
And the Yaris GR is too small.
So then, beyond that, Alfa Romeo really got the Cloverleaf Quattro Ford thing.
What, the Giulia? That's not
Giulietta, the hatchback.
Oh yeah.
Just
never really looked at that.
Yeah, that's
You leave that in. That's comedy.
We're still. Let's get that back.
I suppose Subaru do a hatch, but I think that won't be great as a daily. I think that will be too like out there or too raw, I suppose.
Yeah.
So you want something
too expensive when it goes wrong.
And to maintain as well, I'd imagine. I've not actually looked into the running costs of sort of a Subaru.
Mazda don't have anything, do they?
Not currently, unless you went really old and went for an MPS 3, Mazda 3 MPS.
Yeah.
One of our friends has got one, but he's just selling it actually.
What about full-blooded estates then? You've got the C63 Mercedes, haven't you? But then you have a similar thing to this. It's going to cost an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
Now, whenever we mention in our chat group other cars, a certain reg, if it's not a BMW, reg gets activated into BMW sales mode. You'd almost think he was on commission. And like, he'll phone the garage if he sees a nice car and inquire on Lou's behalf without even asking Lou, and almost put an offer in for it. If it's a BMW. So Reg was suggesting the 340, the F81, is it? F81?
I'm not sure. I just know it as a 340i Touring.
I think it's, yeah, 340i Touring F Series. I think it's F81 model with the B58 engine. You get rear wheel drive. I don't know if you get X drive, but rear wheel drive would be fun. Can you get manual? No, so it's ZF8 gearbox. But I mean, that would be a really, that would on paper tick all of the boxes. You know, it's in budget, it's got the performance, it's got the fun factor, they look nice, they're BMWs. The only problem is you've experienced the B58 with the M140, and it's the same cabin feel, you know, and it's the same thing, so you're not really gonna, I think you'd get bored with that quite quickly, although Reg when he watches this will be coming around my house kicking my door down when he hears that. So the BMW isn't really an option, but then you've also got the new BMW M135, which we test drove on the channel in a video.
Yeah, we did.
I'll link up here, I probably won't bother. And that was quite good. And you've also got the BMW
128 Ti.
125 Ti, isn't it?
128, I think.
Is it?
Is it 128 or 125?
I thought it was 125, I could be wrong. But it was a B48 still, is it?
Yeah, it's just a detuned version, but it's meant to be very good to drive in comparison to the M135i.
Which was okay though, wasn't it? Nothing too much for that apart from the rubbish tyres.
I think Joe Achilles has done some good videos on them.
Oh yeah.
So they're worth a watch if you're in the market for that.
Oh, wow.
The only problem with the BMWs is I had a quick look on Auto Trader and they're out of budget.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, right, okay, so they're a little bit pricey. So really, we've gone through every single option there, and we've gone through these options before. And most times you end up coming back to a Golf R or a Golf GTI because you know the chassis is so well balanced. Like it really hooks up. It doesn't rotate. It's like really digs in. Like the chassis is great. The cabin quality is not as good as this Audi, but it's okay. It's got a few little flash bits on it, a few bits of heavy metal, the rest a bit plasticky. The digital dash is nice. Yeah. They look amazing, I think. The styling of those Mark 7 Golfs, phenomenal.
I think it's a 10-inch touchscreen infotainment system as well, with like all the, I think Volkswagen call it CarNet, but it's got all your smartphone connectivity on it, and it's just quite a nice system to use. My sister's got a little Volkswagen Polo, a 2018 version of that, and it's got a smaller system, or it might be the same, but she really likes it, and when I've been in her car it's quite easy to use, so it's quite nice in terms of that.
Reg 100 is his plate.
Nice car that was a Lexus something sporty coupe fast looking thing. But yeah, I've always toyed with the Golf Rs whenever when I get itchy feet, which is quite regular, as you've probably figured out. I always end up going back and looking at a Golf R. I've just never brought one.
I don't think you're going to get much better than that. The only other option I think is the Civic Type R.
Yeah.
But that's more performance kind of thing, more track focus maybe, a bit rawer. But then you're compromised, aren't you, with all the family stuff for that. So I think probably the Golf R or the Golf R Estate are the best options, guys. So put in the comments what you think Lou should buy in case we've forgotten anything. It has to be quick to compensate for his very slow lack of driving skills.
Rich coming from you.
Yeah, I know.
What's that?
Yeah.
Gravel trap?
Yeah. Off-roading.
Yeah. You're the only man that takes an M4CS off-road. Check out his Donington track video.
I'll link it up here.
It's a short.
I won't.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
So yeah, let us know in the comments. Other than that, we're going to be arriving at the dealership, and I don't know if I can film there, but if I can, I'll get some little bits of footage of the cars that we're looking at. So put in the comments what you think would be the greatest car for Lou. Thanks very much.
Cheers, guys.
Bye now. Let's just make sure we've got that on camera. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay guys, so we're in the Golf R, and it's a lovely car actually. The paintwork's really, it's all original and in really good condition. The interior is in all good condition. It's a very nice, tidy car. It's really just about the numbers, isn't it, Lou?
Yeah, we're a little bit far apart. Well, we're not that far apart. We're about £1,000 away, aren't we?
Yeah.
He's just he doesn't want the RS because there's a few things on it that he's not too keen about. It's just not for them, which is a real shame. But actually, he's gonna talk to another trader, see if we can get a bit more money, and we'll just see where we go. It might be we walk away and I have a good think about it, and then I can always call them later. But I would quite like this car. The ride's quite choppy.
Is it adaptive? It's not, is it?
No,
it's a
this
fixed.
is just standard. It could be the tyres.
It doesn't feel that much worse than my Mark 6 Golf in terms of stiffness.
It's on some Maxxis high performance tyres I've never heard of.
They're low profile.
Yeah, they're brand new, and it's 19-inch Patoras on this as well.
But then when you're on track, that stiff suspension is gonna serve you well.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it is a lovely car.
It is really nice, isn't it?
I can't, the condition is fantastic. Even the fabric seats, there's very little wear on it. What's the mileage? It's
14,905.
40, so it's low mileage. There's no stone chips on the front, which is a really good thing. So it's got brand new tyres, brand new alloys, the discs look in good condition, the pads are okay. You probably wouldn't have to spend any money on this until you need your first set of pads.
Yeah. We've just got to check the service history. It says it's full service history, but I don't know whether they've done it mileage based or whether they've done it on a kind of age based thing. So
it's not due a service.
Well, I don't know. We're just going to check that out. I will.
Glasses holder.
I could go.
You can have a look at the back there. It smells like a new car.
Into the car settings, I think, and we'll have a look at that. But
steering wheel's really nice and clean. It's all matte finish still.
It's lovely.
It's been looked after, this has.
Yeah, really well looked after. It's hardly been driven. It's 4 years old, 15,000 miles on it. I'm not sure what the guy's done. Guy or gal. Has it just been used to poodle the kids to and from school, or has it just been a cherished kind of toy? But I don't know. You wouldn't have an estate as a toy, I don't think. But
a Golf R as a toy, it's petrol head's choice, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like it's been had a hard life. The front of the car tells you if it's had a hard life, and I couldn't really find a stone chip. There's some swirls on it and stuff, but you get that on all cars, and that's okay. But it's not really got any sort of chips, which is the thing you can't really do much with. Oh, that's a nice lake. Look at that.
I might have to bring the dog here. I really like swimming in there.
Beautiful.
Trash the back of my whatever car I have.
Yeah.
Although I do put boot covers in to protect the boot from the dog, because I like to look after the cars. I don't know if your viewers find this as well. Trying to have nice cars with a family and a dog and trying to keep them nice, it's quite a heavy task.
That's why you have another car for the family and the missus, because they're going to get destroyed no matter what you do. Don't clean it, don't do anything to it, just MOT it and service it for them, and just accept it's going to get door dings and they're going to reverse into things.
Yeah, that's true.
We could be two women here talking the same about our partners if they were men. Sounds even dodgy. This is not a sexist channel, and this is not anything against ladies, but you can't drive. I shouldn't really say that, should I?
Just watch your subscribers plummet.
Yeah. So it's all good. Right, we'll sign off here and then maybe do a final walk round of the car and then see if we can do a deal on this thing.
Yeah.
Okay guys, so Lou has bought the car. Woohoo! Now, Lou, what made you go for it?
Well, it's got under 15,000 miles on it. It's a 4-year-old car and it's absolutely immaculate. And when you're with John and he tells you a car's immaculate, it's immaculate.
Paintwork's very, very good. Been really looked after.
It has. It's not been to the local scratch and shine.
No,
It's been cared for.
it's pretty much swirl free, and I don't think you'll find one with better paintwork condition. It's just a really good, clean car with low mileage. You can hunt around looking for another low mileage one, but you know, at the end of the day, you got the deal done. And the company, what was the name of the company?
So this is 1BR in Petersfield.
1BR, they were fantastic as well, weren't they?
Really good. So we dealt with Matt, who's one of the directors / owners, I think.
Yeah.
Really nice guy.
Yeah, there's no hard sale.
No.
And we managed to get, what you wanted. And it's a really nice facility as well. So, cool day. I'll do a review on the Golf R once you got it, Lou. And we'll get it polished and ceramic coated in a future video. So,
Sweet.
If you're new to detailing, do not forget to subscribe and smash that subscribe button. What a great video. Over and out.
Holding on to what